Okay, welcome back. This is Roger Royce. We are now here with Sara Jacobs. She is running for Congress in District 53. So Sara, please take it away.
Well, thank you, and hello, everyone. My name is Sara Jacobs, and I'm running for Congress in California's 53rd Congressional District, which is in San Diego County, basically central San Diego. And I'm a third-generation San Diegan, born and raised, and I went to local public schools. And I was really proud to serve my country at the State Department during the Obama administration, where I worked on conflict prevention and response. At UNICEF in their innovation unit, where I created the organization's first big data strategy and figured out how we could leverage big data and new technologies to better serve vulnerable children around the world, including in responding to humanitarian emergencies. I was the CEO of an international education nonprofit that was a partnership between UNICEF and some tech companies with the goal of connecting schools around the world to the internet, which we have only seen the importance of now with distance learning. And for the past 2 years, I've served as the founder and chair of San Diego for Every Child, which is a countywide initiative to address childhood poverty here in San Diego. And as soon as COVID hit and we learned that schools were likely to be closing, we immediately mobilized and built a coalition of our partners and have been able to get over $55 million for childcare for essential workers and equitable distance learning. I'm running for Congress because I believe that we need someone with the experience I have working in the federal government and the experience I have building coalitions of unlikely partners together to make progress for those who need it most. And that will be hugely important in the next Congress. I believe the next Congress is going to be almost entirely focused on COVID relief, how we get out of the public health and economic crisis that we find ourselves in. And my focus will be making sure that those federal recovery dollars gets to those who need it most, to families, workers, small businesses, and making sure that our existing priorities like climate change and the rising cost of living here in San Diego aren't ignored while we're focusing on that immediate response. The fact of the matter is, the decisions that we make over the next few months will have enormous consequences for the future and the state of our economy. And I can promise that I have thought deeply about these issues. I was shaping and implementing public policy at the federal level before I ever thought I would run for Congress. And I believe we need a new generation of leaders who not only look at old problems with a new lens and address new problems we've been ignoring, but also who will do things differently, who will listen to everybody, respect everybody, and find ways to work across the aisle to actually get things done. Because partisan gridlock isn't just an abstract problem. For families here in San Diego and across California, it means less progress and less support, especially amidst this pandemic. We need a functioning Congress to make sure good legislation gets to the president's desk. And I know that things feel really dark and difficult right now, but I've seen what's possible firsthand when San Diegans and Californians have big ideas and work together to get them done. And I know that together, we're going to be able to build the future that all Californians deserve. So thank you again. My name is Sara Jacobs, running for Congress in the 53rd District, and I'd be very honored to earn your support.
Hey, thank you very much, Sara. You know, I know you've got some background in small business, and I have to say that this last year, we've seen the Small Business Administration really step up with congressional funding and just totally save small business in this country. And it looks like there's now discussions about more relief, especially under that Paycheck Protection Program on the way. I wonder if you have some thoughts about relief for the companies that are being hurt by the COVID and the sheltering rules.
Absolutely. I've been talking to business leaders across the district, and it's clear that they need more support to make it through this time. So I worked with them to create a plan for what I think the federal government needs to do to help support businesses and small businesses in particular, including more funding for the Paycheck Protection Program and opening it up and extending some of the rules to reflect what we know the crisis actually looks like, not just based on the knowledge we had when it originally passed, and simplifying the application and the rules, specifically setting aside funding for community development financial institutions so that we can make sure the smallest businesses have access to this program. And then looking more long-term about what we can do so that we can put in place protections for the next emergency. Creating a national business risk insurance program so that business owners can know that if they make it through this time, if they spend the money to be able to put in measures that mitigate risk, that nothing like this will ever happen to them again, and that they'll be able to continue building their business.
Thanks very much. So Sarah, one last question. If people want to get a hold of you or your campaign, how can they find you?
Absolutely. So you can visit our website at sarajacobs4ca.com. That's Sara Jacobs, no H, FORCA.com. You can also find us on all of the social medias at sarajacobsca, and you can email us at info@sarajacobs4ca.com.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.